Top drawer. Here we go.
Morning. Can I just say thanks again for yesterday? The food was superb.
I think you're thanking the wrong person.
The thing is, you know, I just can't help but think that we got off on the wrong foot.
Best to be upfront about things, isn't it?
You mentioned that you'd done the due diligence on Nicky.
Well, it's fair to say that sometimes I can be a bit overprotective.
Do you have a tracker fitted too?
Oh, that's okay. I understand. We all want to know who our kids are getting to bed with, so to speak. I was just wondering if you'd done the same due diligence on me. Because if you haven't, let me fill in the gaps for you. The money I've made, and I've made a fair bit of it, I've made it myself. Got a number of business interests, a few properties. I've got a scar on my left ankle and a lot of grey hairs. That's kids for you though, innit? But the main thing that you need to know is that Nicky is decent and he's good enough for Suni. My son's good enough for anyone.
I think I understand you better already.
There you go. I'll see you around.
Places like this, you can't help bumping into people, can you?
I suppose.
I had the pleasure of bumping into your father earlier in the cafe.
Oh, really?
Another thing about places like this, it's pretty easy to get up to speed on things that have happened in recent times. Unsavoury things.
Do you not think I'm good enough for your son?
Of course, you're not good enough for my son. But what I think's irrelevant... Oh, sorry. Did you want me to sugarcoat it for you?
At least I'm not a hypocrite.
I told you yesterday, I know your whole story. You're a fraud, a con man.
Is that so?
Reputations are important to me, and yours and your father's precede you both.
Yeah, well, we've all done things that we're not proud of, haven't we, Amit?
No skeletons in my closet, young man.
Is there a dead Rishi in there? Oh, I know. It was an accident. You were the last person to see him alive, weren't you? And then you have your big argument, and suddenly he falls down the stairs and dies. Just a big coincidence, I guess. Sorry. Did you want me to sugarcoat it for you?
What have you been told? What's Sunil said?
Nothing.
You're lying.
He just said that you were there at the time, and that's it.
You repeat that lie, and it'll be worse next time. Do you hear?
You don't know what you've just done.
Shut up! You're sick. He was my brother. It was what it was. An awful, tragic accident. I don't even know why I'm explaining myself to someone as pathetic as you.
Yeah, well, you still are, though, aren't you? You're almost trying too hard.
People run their mouths off without knowing the facts, and that has consequences. God, you want to hit me? Go on, do it. See what happens.
You're not worth it.
You stay away from me. Stay far away. I think I'm capable of murder.
What?
That's what you told your boyfriend, isn't it?
No.
That I killed my own brother.
No, no.
Someone put the idea in his head.
Well, it wasn't me. I know you didn't have anything to do with it. You just turned up on the day of the wedding. So he must have just gotten the wrong end of the stick. Look, he was mad about how yesterday went, so he probably just lashed out.
You keep that mouth shut, Sunil.
Yeah, you're right to look worried.
Who should I be worried about? You?
Yeah, me. You know, people, they talk about turning the other cheek, don't they? Well, let me tell you now, I've never turned the other cheek in my life.
Is this about Nicky?
What do you reckon? I'm just curious, is it just him, or is it any fella that rocks your son's boat?
I don't know what you're accusing me of.
No, I think you do.
And I'll be interested to know if there's another explanation as to why you've hit him.
You're not even going to try and make something up?
He just said some things he shouldn't have.
I'm still listening.
Do you have to bring him? Oh, safety in numbers, eh?
Oh, no, I'm just here to watch and listen.
You've reached your own conclusions.
Yeah, I have. I think that you've got a big problem with gay people, and there's a name for people like you.
Are you calling me a bigot?
Honestly, it's all right. I don't care what you are, but you come at my son, my family, that'll never end well for you. And this fella, he was here to protect you from me. Next time, I'll be on my own.
If you're in so much pain, you should go see a doctor.
I don't need a doctor. I wouldn't give that man the satisfaction.
He wouldn't know.
I'd know.
Before. Why didn't you tell me you'd hit Nicky?
He pretty much called me a murderer. You think I'd just walk away from that?
Just thought you would have mentioned it, that's all.
What I did, he had it coming.
You punched my boyfriend in the face, Dad.
Because you couldn't keep your stupid mouth shut.
You know when Jay finds out?
He won't find out.
What, you're all fighting in the street and you don't think he's going to start asking questions?
These people have got it in their simple little heads that I'm some sort of bigot. As long as they believe that, we don't have anything to worry about.
You're happy with them thinking you're a bigot?
Sometimes believing a lie is better than knowing the truth.
It's such a mess. This needs shutting down. Now.
Brassy. Brass. Not woody.
I come waving a white flag.
What, one of those invisible white flags, is it?
Not today. I think we've all done things we probably regret.
If you're hoping for an apology from me for protecting my son, you're in for a long wait, mate.
Sorry to interrupt, but if you're going to be all toxic masculinity and start fighting, can you not, maybe? I'm totally violence intolerant, so...
No, don't worry. We can do this outside.
That'd be lovely, or just be nice. Thanks.
No one really wants to do this, do they? I can't believe this is even happening. Yesterday we were having lunch and now we're trying to kill each other.
Yeah. My cooking's not that bad, is it?
Look, I admit it. Sometimes I get things wrong. Pride often comes before a fall.
Nah. I'm sorry, mate, but you can backtrack all you want, but I know who and what you are. And I know how you think the things you're scared of saying out loud.
Well, my apology clearly wasn't enough.
Well, it wasn't an apology, though, was it? It was damage limitation. So you started to play a game that you couldn't win. And then you wanted to run away when you got found out. That's what losers do.
I'm not a loser.
Well, you've lost today, though, haven't you?
You know, I've come across plenty of people like you in my life. Big fish, little ponds. But all you really are thugs, bullies.
You know, I wanted to ask you earlier, how were your ribs? Didn't break any, did I?
What I've learned over the years, there's always bigger fish.
Why can't you just be happy for your son? Ain't that what any normal father wants?
Are you seriously telling me how to be a father?
Wow. Seems like there's a lot of anger in you, Amit. What is it? Eh? Do you not get the toys you wanted when you were a kid, so you had to go and break everyone else's?
Do you know what? You really have no respect for anyone or anything, do you?
Respect's earned, big fella. It's not given.
I offered you an olive branch.
And now you know where you can shove it. And you know, you're right. This is a small pond. But me and my family, we're like piranha. There's a lot of us, and we hunt in packs, so it might be best for you to get out of the water while you still can. Bigot.
Dad, maybe we should get out of here.
That's right. You take your white flag with you.
That man, how dare he talk down to me like that? He has no idea who I am.
Yeah, but I get the feeling you're trying to work out who he is.
He thinks I'm something I'm not, and he wants everyone to think it.
Yeah, but better believing the lie than knowing the truth, right?
I stood there and let him belittle me, disrespect me, stamp all over my reputation in front of all of those people.
Sticks and stones, Dad.
I try to make the peace and he throws it in my face. I should report him for assault if he's been done before. I bet he has.
Yeah, you do that and you think Nicky's gonna stay quiet?
Maybe you should try and keep your boyfriend quiet. If you hadn't opened your mouth in the first place.
Look, just please, Dad, just don't do anything stupid, yeah?